Howdy ho, gamers. It's your man, Incog. He's at it again. I'm recording this in post-com. That's right, ICP week 6. We fought Kelly. He took over for, I believe, Jorge, and now we fight Kelly. Kelly made some transactions, so he had to fight Petra twice. You might notice that this video is sped up, but that is because I am sitting here in my room narrating it as it is right now. Not happening live, obviously, but it's happening. So hey, how's it going, everybody? Kelly had a really scary team, and I built a team that I thought was competent, but we will soon realize that maybe I overthought it. The reason that this is being recorded post, do not think anything crazy. I just had to do some adult things while this was happening, so half of my focus was on that, half of my focus was on something else. And I honestly do believe that life comes before Pokemon. No matter what anybody says, you don't have to do draft leagues and do real life stuff. But let's start off with talking about the battle. He leads off Regieleki, which is a pretty obvious lead for me. Going into this, I was like, well, if I bring Landorus, it'll be fine. And you might notice some lag spikes. That is me clearly opening my calc. Unfortunately, it wouldn't have mattered as much because I decided to go into this pretty much, built a team, said, well, this will do okay. Didn't really have any mocks, had a really short week for things to happen on my end. Not for battling, but just on my end, things were accelerating a little bit and, you know, work and everything else. But he does Volt Switch on turn 1, which is great because now I get Rage Fist boost, which is nice. I'm pretty sure I decided to go for close combat because that is always my stand-on business play, which is just get in, get out, and leave the vicinity. So Kelly decides to go into the Kleavor. I was fully expecting a Samurott lead, which is why I let Annihilate. We see a funny little thing, a Keyberry appear on Kelly's Kleavor. This will come into play later and will be the reason why things end up the way they do, unironically. So after seeing that, I'm like, you know, it's pretty terrible. So knowing who I am, I go into my Ogerpon or my Overquill. I'm pretty sure I go into Ogerpon because I calc and I'm like, there's no way this lives in an Ivy Cudgel. I'm adamant, right? You see, on normal circumstances, I would be correct. But there is a small, albeit a reasonable, but a small chance for him to live. First, I go for Spiky Shield, because to me, why would he ever go for just Stone Axe when he could scout and go for a Swords Dance? That would be a smart decision. So I go for Spiky Shield, and he goes for Stone Axe. He takes a little bit of chip, which then tells me that yes, he should die to this Ivy Cudgel now. However, because I don't know his EV spread, we notice a really funny thing happen. Yep, right there. Yep, yep. You know, Fred, just go ahead and put that one on screen while I'm speaking. Nobody's named Fred. That is just my alter ego. Yep, it was a very bad time for me. So, in reaction, I'm like, what do I do now? Well, I just gotta think about life for a little bit. And then just say, fuck it, let's just do what we gotta do. Go back into Annihilate and Rage Fist, because it'll die. And that's okay. Or I can just Drain Punch. It doesn't matter. He has 2 HP. I would love 2 HP. However, as you might notice, I am low on HP because I came in on rocks and I'm not leftovers, I was Eject Pack. So now Volt Switch will do another chunk, or Thunderbolt will just kill me with the Regieleki. And once again, I don't view Regieleki in any good light, but, you know, it is a funny looking Pokemon. So, you know, maybe I could have brought Landorus. I should have just brought Landorus last week and this week, you might argue. And I would agree with you. However, time constraints being as damning as they are, and life being hard enough, I didn't. So to me, I'm like, well, I could probably just go into Snorlax or Wo-Chien or anything really. And the really crazy part is that time is running down and Avery in the past is like, hey, hurry up, let's go Snorlax. So I go Snorlax. and reasonably so. I can eat this Volt Switch or Thunderbolt, and he does go for Volt Switch, which is good. Great even. The problem? I have a Snorlax on the field with a team that has, oh, you know, Hisuian Samurott. So I go for Hammer Arm. Now, you could argue I should have gone for a Supercell Slam. And you could also argue that I should have just went for regular Body Slam Para. But Avery is not a very smart, or I like to think I am a very intelligent man. But sometimes you see one super effective move and that's all you go for. The Ceaseless Edge does so much, I thought it was Banded. Turns out that's just Sharpness and probably Adamant. So I go for Hammer Arm, I get my damage, I lower my speed, and now I just let Snorlax die because, well, why wouldn't I do that? It's not useful anymore. And now he has up Rocks and Spikes, but he then misses. And then I go for Supercell Slam, securing the kill this time, which is great. Another Pokemon dead. However, as you might have noticed, I'm at low HP again, which means Regieleki comes in, and realistically, Kelly could have just clicked Volt Switch again, if I'm being honest. But I think, if I recall, he clicks Electro Ball, which to me was a surprise, because 3 electric moves? Your mom let you have that many, Kelly? And Kelly just looks at me, and he says Transistor, which is fine. So I do end up dying, unfortunately, and this is my opportunity to go into Wo-Chien, which is great, because this Pokemon is really, really fun. I decide to go for, I believe, Protect this turn, because I'm kind of like, well, I kind of want some HP back, but then I'm like, but damage, you say? Well, you know, it's a long story. I got off on a rant earlier about making sure you take care of yourself rather than playing fucking Draft League, and I'm still a firm believer of that theory. I think that, if anything, always take care of yourself. Pokemon will be there. You may not keep up with Pokemon as much as you'd like to, or with yourself. So keep up with Pokemon rather than trying to do this whole entire shindig. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to drop from league. Some people might not want you in their league afterwards, but screw them. Just do what you have to do to maintain yourself. But we do see the Slowking come in here as I get off that little mini rant there. And I have to go for Energy Ball because either way, Dark Pulse or Energy Ball was going to do the same amount. And it's Chilling Reception Slowking. You probably didn't notice me talk about the team in depth at all. I mean, why would I? You know, that'd be good YouTubership. Yeah, the game lagged a lot here and Beartic comes in. This is me doing something in the background trying to be like, hey, what Terras does this have? Ice, Electric, and something else that I forgot. So, as you can see, I'm going to Terra Fire because of course I'm going to Terra Fire. Why wouldn't I? However, this is going to be a very, very good decision. Maybe for past Avery, maybe not, but it was a really good decision in the moment. Because I'm like, well, he's either Terra Ice, Terra Electric, or the third Terra that I can't remember off the top of my head. And he turns out to be Terra Electric, because why wouldn't you be? You see, again, if I bring Landorus, this is not that big of a deal to me, because then at least I can bring another Mon to support Landorus in trying to fight a Beartic, but Avery in the past is not that smart. Oh yeah, we get absolutely flinched here. Don't worry about that. That's just my life, and I kind of just deal with it how it comes. So I'm kind of like, well, I get flinched. That means I can either protect or I can switch out. So I decide to protect because, unbeknownst to me, and now that I know it for sure, he is Icy Rock Slowking. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, obviously. So he Earthquakes again. I'm like, whatever. I think I can live at least one, maybe. I don't know, for real. I didn't see a life or a pop. So I'm kind of just like, I'll just quickly calc. Let's see if I live this or not. I think it was a chance to live. I'm not exactly sure. But regardless, hey man, why didn't I prep that well? I couldn't tell you. I already told you that my week was pretty shitty and it was coming down to it. But you know, that's not an excuse for playing bad. I always try to make sure I put out good content. That's why I'm sitting here trying to entertain you for the next like 4 minutes, and that's why I'm here. And I seriously hate getting swept because it doesn't show a good, not a good side. It doesn't show me playing well at all. and Pokemon is very much about positioning. So, you know, sometimes shit happens and you kind of have to deal with it how you see fit. And I kind of just play my games and I'm like, if I don't put out something good, I have to make sure I try to put out something good. And that's pretty important to me. Regardless, we go into big crit because I'm banded and also I get off an intimidate, which is very important for this strategy. Now, you might be like, Avery, just hit him. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, kind viewer, because I should have just hit him because I think I could live in Earthquake. But again, I was not calcing. I was just pressing buttons trying to figure out how to get out of the situation. Obviously, I do lose my Annihilate in 2 Earthquakes, which allows me to delay enough time on this, obviously, but you know how it is, guys. Sometimes you don't realize the lower tier Pokemon is going to sweep you, and it happens. And Beartic definitely did that this game, no cap. So now I go into Hazards, aka my Registeel, which was propped up as my, hey, close combo with Annihilate into Focus Sash, Hisuian Samurai, and then go into Registeel. Kelly, by the way, yes, I know you're an Ice type. I still clicked body, or an Electric type now. I still clicked body press thinking that that would be a good idea. No, I can't tell you why. No, I will not explain it. When you're getting dominated in a game, you kind of just start thinking, I can just do shit and it'll work. Yeah, not my greatest decisions in the world. So I go for Earthquake, obviously the next turn. Goes for his own Earthquake. And of course, I do not kill him because if I double Earthquake, I might have. The snow stops, which then allows me to postulate, could I have gone into this earlier? The answer is yes. He goes for close combat. He takes some Rocky Helmet chip, obviously, you know, because I'm me. I always pack something with this item, or if I don't, then there is no reason to. See, we go into big crit. I'm pretty sure I just sat there and said, I should outpace this. I should outpace this. I should outpace this. And I just go for Crunch because I'm banded and why not? Aqua Jet would have been maybe a better decision to get more chip on like Regieleki, but because the game is winding down, Crunch was just a better decision overall. And also Aqua Jet was never to it killing any sort of Regieleki, so it was fine. But that's gonna do it, man. I mean, Regieleki's gonna come in here as I talk into the outro. Definitely a good game. Sorry I couldn't give you a better game here, Kelly, obviously, but you know, things happen, and when you join leagues before you're about to get married and such, things obviously will happen like this, but I want to give you a good game next time, and I definitely for sure will. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and remember, take care of your health, your mental health, your emotional health, and overall, just in general, take care of yourself. Draft leagues will always be here, but you may not always be here, so be careful. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.